Hi guys, welcome back to Debbie's Dolls, and I'm here with Mary, and I thought I would start off by showing you what she's wearing and then do the tag that I've come to do. So here she is, look at her. She's all in blue today. She's wearing this blue gingham possibly dress that came from Suzanne at Suzanne's Babies, and it's got these little puffy sleeves, which tad optimistic because it was snowing last night, so the little short sleeves don't really cut it, but fortunately she has some long sleeves underneath, a long sleeved white onesie there, which is good. It works fine because round the collar we have, it's white, you see, white round the collar with little blue trim there, and on the chest we've got this yeah, it's you know me and getting a description for clothing, not good, but it's kind of like concertinaed or pleated or you know, listen there, and then she's got these little blue flowers around the waist with a little yellow centre to them. And then it's nice and flared at the bottom. Oh, she's dropped a dummy. Nice and flared there at the bottom. And underneath, she's wearing these blue leggings with little white flecks in them. And then she's wearing white socks, ruffled socks, and these little shoes here. These little white, kind of summery looking shoes, but they're fine because she's got socks on. And then up here is my favourite little bit here, this hat. Now, this hat came with Elisha, who was a girl when he came to me, so you know that's why pretty hat. And it's knitted, yes, I think it's knitted, not crocheted, and it's blue, pale blue, and a slightly darker blue, and then it's got little dusky pink, purpley wool in there. And it's really, really pretty. It's got this floppy rim around it. And then right on the front, there is a blue ribbon tied in a bow. And in the middle of the bow, there's three little tiny blue flowers. And then there's these little stems and things made out of little, I don't know, little pearls, something like that. Really, really pretty. It's a really pretty hat. And I just thought it looked all really nice together. So there's what she's wearing, and I'm going to sit you back down here. Hopefully nothing got messed up in the, ooh, just slightly readjust you there. Okay, that should be good. Right, so I came to do the tag by Suzanne at Baby Bunting's nursery, which I've been meaning to do for ages, but kept getting caught up with other things. But I'm here to do it now. And she was asking about your first love of dolls. When do you first remember falling in love with a doll? Well, I have what I believe is my first doll right here. Let me get her. This is Lucy. I'm going to give her over here to Mary. Well, I'll let you have a close look at Lucy first. Yeah, she's my lovely baby. She has the eyes that close when you lay her down. Well, one of them doesn't do that anymore, but she's a sweet little, I don't know, she's maybe 10 inches long, probably not even that, and she's got this lovely thick head of dark hair, which now is a little knotted. I've had her a while. She's balding in the back there, and she's got deep brown eyes and little red lips, and her arms do move. She's solid, she's plastic in the middle, and the legs move and her head turns and stuff. Actually makes less creaking sounds than me at the joints, to be honest. This isn't her original dress. Her original dress was a orange velvet dress. I assume velvet because the law wasn't around as much at that time, and it was orange all the way down the skirt area. The arms were orange velvet, and then at the front there was, on the chest there was a little white lace, but that got torn up. So this dress isn't actually a dress, this is just a piece of material wrapped around her and tied, a ribbon tied around the middle. I threw that together because I can't sew. So yeah, that's Lucy, and she was my first doll that I know of. My mum said to me that my granddad gave her to me when I was about one-ish. He'd been on holiday and he brought her back for me. But when I was looking through some photographs to add to this video, I found some photographs of me possibly younger than one with other dolls. So I'm going to pop them in. And I don't know whether these dolls came to me before Lucy or after Lucy. But I've got the photographs on my phone so I can tell you about them before I put them up. The first one that I'm going to put up now, hopefully I will remember, is me on holiday and I'm sitting on my dad's knee, and there beside us is a little blonde curly haired doll. Now Mum thinks that this may be my first doll. Not 100% sure, she doesn't really remember it, but she says she might have bought that for me. But there is a doll there. Could be my first doll, but Lucy might be my first doll. Who knows? But there we are on a holiday somewhere nice and sunny. Sorry, just reminiscing about sun. And the next photograph is... You may have seen this photograph before when we did a tag about teddy bears. Because right in front of me on this one, there is Boo Boo, my teddy bear who still have. But in my hands is another doll. Now, this doll that I seem to be enjoying very much by the laugh on my face, and check out those rosy red cheeks. This doll is just full cloth by the looks of it, red pattern on it, and it's all cloth legs and arms and hands. The back of its head is cloth. It looks like the only part of it that is vinyl is its face there, the little dolly face. Quite safe for one as small as I was on there. So that may be my first doll. Don't know. But one thing I do know is I don't remember any of these dolls. I clearly enjoyed them, but I don't remember them. Lucy, there I obviously still have, so I remember her, but I don't remember being given her. I do remember that I used to take her around places with me, because I used to like to, I don't know, when we were going shopping, I would want to take a doll along with me, and normally what would happen is my mum would say no, because I'll end up carrying it. And I would say, no you won't, I'll carry it around. And then of course, a little way into the walking around the shopping centres, I would start dragging my heels because I was having to carry a doll around, and I would ask Mum to take it. And she would say, no, I told you if you brought it you would have to carry it. So I would drag my heels even more, to the point that she would get fed up of me being so slow that she would end up carrying the doll. So Lucy became Mum's favourite doll because Lucy would fit in Mum's shopping bag very easily because she's so small. So I remember taking Lucy to lots of places. On the bus, shopping, church, lots of places Lucy went with me because of her size. She was the doll to take out. Now, moving on to the first doll that I remember getting and remember loving was this girl here. I'm going to put her down there. This is Emma. I named Emma after my friend at the time, my best friend at the time. Let me just take you over and show you Emma, because it's easier than bringing her over here. Emma was top of the line at the time as far as realism goes. She's full-bodied. She doesn't really, well, she does have hair. It's kind of painted on with this funny colour that's sort of greeny grey. She's got open eyes, blue eyes, a proper little baby face, and as I said, full body. She's anatomically correct, and yeah, jointed, arms move. She's got a lovely little wrinkly body, and she's very, very pretty. And I had two. I think I got Roy first, and this is Emma, as I said. Roy I no longer have, because I let my friend borrow him and play with him, and never got him back, which is a shame because I would have loved to have still had the twins. Eyes have died a little bit. Unfortunately, they've gone a funny yellowy colour, and I can't get them to go back to white. Now, I could tell you the name of this doll as far as its make is concerned, because I saw somebody selling it, and I think it was from 1985. They were selling a couple of them on eBay, and I can't pronounce the name. So I'm going to put that name on the screen now. Yep, that's what she is. And I got this doll at the time. Everybody was getting them. All my friends, all the kids were getting this doll. There we go. All the kids were getting this particular type of doll for Christmas, and I really wanted one. And luckily enough, I ended up with two. But they were so realistic. I can remember the parents going, wow, I can't believe how realistic these dolls are compared to the dolls that we used to before. I mean, these were kind of groundbreakingly realistic at the time. And I loved my two babies. I loved them to bits. I really did want to take them everywhere, or one of them everywhere, but Mum made me take Lucy. And I remember Mum used to work at a creche, a baby creche, and every once in a while they used to do jumble sales, and she would help there. And before they let the customers in, we were allowed to go around to each other's tables and see what was there and just have it. So I remember Mum going, saying, see if there's anything you want. And rather than looking for something for myself, I just would rummage around looking for baby clothes. Oh, can you imagine? Going and finding free baby clothes. That's what I got to do as a child for this little girl, Anna, and her brother. And I had bags full of baby clothes for this one. So she was my first doll that I got to get baby clothes for, real baby clothes, which is what she's wearing now. She's wearing a sleeper. And I loved my two babies. They were my babies. And I remember getting to the point where you're really not supposed to play with dolls anymore, but I was never going to let her go. So she just kind of went packed away nice and safely. And funnily enough, that's where her eyes changed colour, because she definitely had white around her eyes when I put her in there, and when I pulled her back out again, her eyes had gone yellow. But I don't know, she's a bit jaundiced, I guess, and her skin's kind of gone a funny orangey colour. But I could never throw her away because the affection was always there. And you know, I went through that stage of not really being too interested in dolls, and then I found porcelain dolls, which adults were allowed to have. So I found much joy in porcelain dolls after that, because, you know, that was okay. You could have porcelain dolls. So I went on to collect porcelain dolls, and eventually that led to these little beans and reborns. And that's my story of loving dolls, really. So these ones here would have been my first dolls, little Lucy here in the photographs, and then this was the first ones I remember really falling in love with and just being absolutely besotted with. They were my babies. And I will put one last photograph in here of my little Emma here. She well, the photograph speaks for itself. This is me in the park with a pushchair that had belonged to a neighbour's little one who'd grown out of it. So I acquired the pushchair, and she and her brother went everywhere in this pushchair with me. So I'll pop that in there. And yeah, I think that was everything I wanted to say about that. So I'll just show you all these three together. There we go. There's my evolution of dolls, minus the porcelain doll who I didn't bring down. But there they are. There are my babies. Okay guys, take good care of yourself, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!